Hey everyone, today we're going to be discussing Zoom Music Performance 101 on Harmony 123. So why music on Zoom? Well, Zoom allows us as performers and as an audience to be safe and socially distanced, especially during the coronavirus right now. It also allows you to reach far beyond local audiences without needing to travel, so you can perform for people from other states and even other countries. It's also very interactive. It allows you to have much deeper human interaction than pre-recorded videos. Zoom also gives you better sound quality and flexibility and much more options than other apps and programs like FaceTime. So the basics. Every musician will be able to do these. Equipment. The only really equipment you need is a computer, a tablet, or a phone that has an internet connection of some sort. The only software that you need is Zoom, which is free. You can go to zoom.us and download it. So visuals. You want to position the computer and yourself nicely. You want to make sure your face is visible and not too dark and not too bright. You want to make sure your background is clear. If it's unable to be clear, you can set a virtual background. Zoom allows you to pick a picture. There are a few built-in ones, but you can also import your own picture by clicking on the arrow. It's only really good for one person because when it's more than one person or multiple people, sometimes what would happen is that the person in the most front gets displayed, but the people in the back get covered by the virtual background. So you want to be sure to check that one out before you use it with multiple people. So for sound, you want to find a quiet place. You want to try different distances from the computer. So when you speak or when you sing, you want to get closer to the computer so your voice is clear. When you play instruments, you may need to move farther away to cancel out distortion. You can also play background or companion music on your computer during the Zoom performance, and Zoom will broadcast it to your audience. You can record yourself on Zoom and also listen back to it to check your own sound. Practice, practice, and practice. You want to record yourself in Zoom and adjust visuals and sound if needed. You can ask your family or your friends to watch you via Zoom and give you feedback on how you look, sound, and how the performance went. All right, so Zoom settings for music performance. I'm going to be doing a demonstration on some Zoom audio settings on a MacBook Pro. So we have the desktop here. We can go to Zoom, which is in my toolbar. When you start Zoom, you'll be brought to this page. So the icon for settings is in the upper right corner, and you want to click on that to go into settings. And we're brought to this. We have general, video, audio, share screen, etc. So you want to go to audio. All right. And then you want to uncheck this automatically adjust microphone volume because that might mess up some stuff when you're playing music. All right. So now let's go into the advanced settings on the bottom. Okay. So right now it's auto cancellation set to auto. You can go auto or aggressive. We currently want to keep it at auto right now because it's the best setting for music. Now it says show in meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. So we want to check this because the enable original sound will pop up during the meeting, and you would want to select the original sound. We have three options: disable echo cancellation, high fidelity music mode, and use stereo audio. We want to go ahead and select all three of them because they will help us make the sound the best. So on the day of the performance, an hour before, you want to self-check your visuals and sound. You want to see how good you look and how good you sound. 15 minutes before the performance, you want to join in the Zoom meeting and check visuals and sound with the host and improve on what the host says. During the performance, when it's your turn, you should turn on the video and unmute so they can hear you. If you make a mistake halfway in the song, don't stop, keep going. Mute yourself when others are performing. You may also want to turn off your video so that way people focus on the performance instead of maybe accidentally getting distracted by you. On the Zoom home screen, you can click this orange button to join into your own personal meeting room, or you can hit the join button to join into a meeting room of someone else. So if a host has already started a meeting room, they can give you the meeting ID and you just put it in. And if there's a password, put in the password and then you can enter in the meeting like that. So this is a page that you get to when you enter into a meeting. So as you can see on the top left corner, it's the original sound button. Click this button, then it will turn on original sound. When it's your time to perform, you would want to come to this bottom left corner and you want to hit unmute and start video. So when you perform, the audience can hear you and see you. After you've done performing, you want to hit mute and hit the stop video so then the attention can be focused on other performers. So this is slightly more advanced tips. A small investment in equipment can definitely go a long way. So you can buy a USB microphone like shown here or a USB camera like shown here. So a USB microphone, these can definitely give you much better sound quality than just a computer built-in microphone system. It can also help reduce the background noise much better than Zoom can. If you purchase one of these, you should want to try different distances from the microphone. Once again, if you speak or sing, you want to get close. When you play, you want to get far. You just want to test out where to put it in relation to you and your instrument to be able to get the optimal sound. With these, you may also need to set audio input on computer, like go into system, go into preferences or settings, or you might be able to do it on Zoom. Here we can go to Zoom, which is in my toolbar. So the icon for settings is in the upper right corner, and you want to click on that to go into settings. So you want to go to audio. You want to select the USB microphone and audio if you're using one. Right now, we are currently using a Yeti Stereo microphone, so we want to click that. So USB camera, these give you a much better video quality than the built-in cameras of the computer. You can also move this around to get the best angle. This can basically be placed anywhere that the cord can reach. It's much more versatile than the computer camera as well. So a bit more advanced and slightly more advanced tips. Visuals, lighting. So as you can see in this picture, the person is standing in the middle and the camera is directly in front of them. The two lightings are diagonally in front on the left and diagonally in front on the right. These lightings can greatly help brighten your face and also make it much easier to see you. So background, if you have multiple people, this might be better than a virtual background. It's basically a virtual background, but in real life. So you can hang a fun screen or poster behind you. So like a photography backdrop, just hang it behind you and perform. So sound, you can also decide to purchase an interface to improve sound quality. One example is the Focusrite Scarlett 18i8, which is shown right here. So these can take multiple instruments and microphones as input and are very versatile. As you can tell, this one is 4 in front and many more in the back. But these are quite costly, so they're quite an investment. But if you're really serious into this stuff, into like performing over Zoom or performing online, then this could be a good thing to have. You can also sound check with software like GarageBand. So you can record yourself and then listen back to it, see how you sound. You want to check for distortions and balance between different instruments or instruments versus vocals. All right, so I will just be doing a quick demonstration on how GarageBand works and how you can listen back to yourself and sound check with GarageBand. All right, so I have just opened GarageBand on MacBook Pro. There's currently nothing else running on GarageBand. So we have the slider. We'll just set it at the start. So right now what we want to do is we want to click this real quick and check that our input is the microphone that we're using. And as you can see right here, the sound is registering. So if I speak really loud, as you can see, it goes all the way there. Yeah. So we're good. What we can do now, we can just press this record button. All right. So, and as you can see, it's currently recording my voice. If we can pause, if we want to pause it or stop recording, then we just click the record button again. All right, there we go. So now we bring it back to the start and we hit spacebar to listen to how it sounds. So let's see how it sounds. And as you can see, it's currently recording my voice. If we can pause, if we want to pause it or stop recording, then we just click the record button again. All right, so if you listen back to it and you're satisfied with the sound, then you're good. But pretend I thought it was maybe a bit too soft. So what I can do is I can get closer to the microphone and then re-record. So as you can see right now, my voice is a bit louder. All right, let's listen back to it and re-record. So as you can see right now, my voice is a bit louder. Quite a bit louder, actually. But yeah, that's how you use GarageBand. You can record yourself and then listen back to it, and you can basically test your own microphone level. Here are some tips if you are the Zoom host. So there is free Zoom, and there's also a paid membership. So it's completely free to host Zoom meetings, but if you host it often and your meeting times often go over 40 minutes, then paying for a Zoom Pro membership may not be a bad idea, because these allow you to have up to 100 attendees and allow you to have a much longer time to perform. So you want to be organized. You want to send the meeting link early, set a reminder the day before the performance, and go to the meeting room about 20 minutes before the performance just to make sure. So these are some mistakes that I have made before, and you want to avoid them. You want to send the correct meeting link, right? So if you send them the wrong meeting link, they'll be sitting in a waiting room completely different from yours. And for them, it'll say waiting for the host to start meeting, and it'll just really confuse them. You want to double check the date and time, right? You want to make sure you don't accidentally start a performance a day early or a day late, or 5 hours early, 5 hours late. You want to get AM or PM right. You don't want to set a meeting at 3 a.m. in the morning when you actually wanted to set it in 3 p.m. You also want to pay attention to time zone differences. Across states and across countries, you want to watch out for the date difference. There may be a date difference as well. So try it out yourself. Do you have any questions? If you do, leave a comment down below and also share your own Zoom performance experiences with us as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this video.